Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with another live stream, the Straightjacket podcast 297, closing in on 300 podcast. We're here after an embarrassing result over the weekend. But listen, not that we have not been through this before. You know what I mean? So, yeah, big up to everyone who's locked in. Smash a like. Mina, long drive. You know, I seen you yesterday. What you do for Man United is mad, but what they do for you, to be fair, I actually feel sorry for the Australian fans that I met yesterday as well. Australia. Imagine that, guys. Australia. Shout out to them. I forgot their name, but a family of the dad, the mum, and the son. They travel from Australia. So shout out to them, man. But Mina, how are you doing? You're equally as tired.
Nah, man, listen. There's more to life than football, man. There's more to life than a football result. Honestly, though, that was bad. My highlight was seeing everyone yesterday, man. It was nice to see all of you lot yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up to you. Man like Musa, what are you telling me, man? You know what I mean? You got a lot of shout-outs yesterday, man. You know what I mean? There was
I told you, man, but no one wants to listen to me. Everyone just wants to go like we're making up stories here. But it is what it is. Saeed was gassing me last week about 2-1 wins and stuff. Gaslighting me.
No, I said 2-2, bro. I said 2-2.
Gaslighting me.
But what I did say was that I wasn't scared of this Liverpool team. But then again, I'm scared of this Man United team because that's what's really hurting us right now.
This is the same Liverpool team that was in the title race last season until the last 4 games.
Facts, Musa.
Yeah. But we'll get into it. We'll get into it. You know what I mean? Norden, how are you doing? How are you doing, Norden?
What they're doing is more sustainable. Big up Saeed, big up Muna. Yeah. First off, big up to me. I think I've seen you at Old Trafford before, but I had to get off. I've seen you like.
Oh yeah, probably.
From the distance.
You know me on your bike.
You know what? And yesterday, to be fair, I was like, you know, I ain't gonna rush home actually, because I usually get out before early. You know what I mean? And one thing about me is that I don't. When the Scousers come, or the Gunners come, or the Chelsea, all those big rivals come, I make sure we out-sing them, right? Their team could be battering us on the football pitch, but I make sure that I'm going to lose my voice because I'm going to try out-sing them. They're not going to come and beat us and out-sing us. Not happening. So big up to Mina, our sister, our queen, to meeting you in real, like I'm saying hello properly, and actually feeling so bad and then realizing my privilege that I can get on my bike 12 minutes later, I'm at home.
By the way, you got caught on Snapchat. Some couple of my mate Zach, he caught you on the Snapchat saying, "Yo, what happened?" And you were like, Ten Hag. I'm telling you, when they're catching you on the bike on the way home, man. Do you know what I mean?
They caught me anywhere, but big up to Mina. Yeah, good. I'm good. I actually, yesterday, I show people, next time I see you all, but I'll show you my phone, I was fine on the actually director's box and on the bench, because I've got one of those weird phones that has got incredible
zoom,
like
lens.
really zoom, like you can zoom into people's faces. So I was trying to do that. I'm just glad that nobody came on the pitch, because it would have been 5 or 6, I think, fans, me and Saeed know them, man. We know the United fans. So some of them would have got on the pitch and it would have been a mad one. So I'm glad that didn't happen. And I think Liverpool just took their foot off the gas, made their subs, did what they did. So it is what it is. But Musa, big up to you, bro. I've got a rival now because I told you so. You know what I mean? I'm the king of I told you so, but you know what I mean? We're rivals now, bro.
It's not hard to predict the Eric Ten Hag.
Exactly.
It's not hard to predict his future, mate.
That's what we're gonna discuss first, man. Because Musa, man, INEOS were there yesterday. You know what's mad, man? That letter's going around, today on Twitter, yeah. And I the more I look at it, the more I still feel like what. Because a lot of people were warning people like, "Yo, what are you doing with this letter?" And now they all feel a bit stupid with that letter, man, because it was only literally a couple of months ago, like 2 months ago, and they wrote that letter to say, "Yo, Ten Hag, please let him stay. It's not his fault,"
I didn't even see that letter.
Bro, you don't want to see that letter, man. How you feeling the fact that at least, the INEOS were there to watch all of them, man? No one was missing yesterday.
The fail-safe is there. The fail-safe. There's always a fail-safe in business, yeah. And that's one thing is that INEOS have put the fail-safe in Ruud van Nistelrooy. And when my man had his head that in his hands, they're ready. They're going to be ready to push the button on the fail-safe any minute now, guys. Don't worry about it, because they've seen it. We're crashing, so they need to save the black box, like in the aircrafts. You need to get the black box, and that's Ruud van Nistelrooy. Like, there's no doubt INEOS, as silly as they are of keeping Eric Ten Hag, they knew why they got Ruud in. Even if it's not like long term, but they still knew that they would have someone there that could steady the ship until at least the end of the season, if need be, and give him a job. And I feel like they have that. And for me as a United fan, I keep on saying it. I look at it, there's 3 games down, yeah. And there's I need to go 35 games left to play for.
35, yeah.
Yeah. So if you tell me we lose to Southampton and Crystal Palace and he's out the door, and we could start the season with 33 games left, then I'm good to go. I'm not really fussed, because we can only get top 4. It's not like we're in it for it's not like we're saying, we've lost the first, 4 out of 5 and we can't win the league. We were never going to win the league. So the reality is we're just trying to get top 4. So if you can get him out after the Palace game, because guys, it's not beyond us to come back from this break thinking that this man's going to do something different and line up with Rashford again, not play Ugarte and say that he's not ready yet, and line up with Casemiro, who I don't think was the worst midfielder yesterday. I think there were still 2 midfielders in the middle of the park that were worse than him. And I still feel like this guy will line up how he lined up, and don't be surprised if someone like Southampton turns us over, because the difference between us and them is that they will come together as a team, not individuals. They will fight for a win as a team. And we've got individuals who, when things go left, they start looking at each other, start looking at other people. And we've got a captain. We've got this curse. Whenever we give people contracts, they go missing. Bruno's done. He's done. He's got the contract, and now he's gone missing. And that's it. He's done. And he's not even really rating Ten Hag like that. And my boy De Gea is pulling off saves while Saeed's trying to get Onana out the door. But we spoke about
it. He needs to go, man. He needs to go, Blend. He needs to go, Blend.
He
needs to go, Blend.
I called that from the first day they said, get Onana. And I said, but I even gave the context. I gave the whole context. This is Inzaghi. This is Italian football. This is a coach that's the level of detail. This is Onana that none of you were talking about 6 months ago. But after one Champions League final, You're all like twerking. Trust me, the twerkers were out in these streets, bro. I've never seen so many polls in my life as I saw then for Onana. And now, man, like Saeed, and I took Saeed. I always take Saeed maybe a year. It takes.
No, but I was February. That's not really a year.
6 months. It took
6 months.
Maybe.
6 months. It took me. Yeah, it took me 6 months.
Saeed's getting better. Breaking news. It used to be a year. Now it's 6 months.
6 months. I tweeted in February. I said, "Yo, I'm ready for a new keeper." Just look at the positioning here. This is this one here. Look where he is for this one here. Look where he is for this one here. And look where he is.
Look at the one I tweeted of Luis Diaz's goal. I think that's worse than Salah's goal. Well, I think that's worse than Salah's.
Let me see.
Go to my Twitter. Go to my Twitter. Look at the one of Luis Diaz because it's so bad, guys. Why does he like to land? He tries to land on the ball.
Oh my god!
Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Maximize the picture. Look where he is. He's practically touching the post, and he still doesn't save it. He's practically next to the post.
Wow. Let me open image in new tab.
Me and you have not spoken about Onana. I tell Saeed from day dot, anything low and hard in and around him, he ain't saving it, Mina. I swear to God, it's guaranteed. Every coach,
crazy.
Every coach in all the Premier League teams and every team we play against, even the Barnsley coach in the League Cup was going to tell him, just low and hard, Onana ain't getting it. If you try to bend it, he'll get to the ones above, like, in and around the post, and so like tip him around the bar. Anything hard and low, Mina, he ain't getting it. He ain't getting it.
Bro, is he? No, generally. Can we say, like, what's his top 5 biggest saves he's made? Like, because I'm genuinely, like, right now I'm just struggling to understand, like
he made a lot of good saves at Anfield last season. Remember, he made some decent saves, but I think Liverpool didn't have their shooting boots on that day.
Yes, exactly. They didn't have the shooting boots on that day. But my thing is, it's not great at kicking. You know what I mean? This long kicking is a myth, by the way, yeah? Penalties. Is he good at penalties? Has he been saving penalty? What's it?
He saved that one in the Champions League. That's it.
Yeah, Galatasaray, was it? Okay.
It was Copenhagen, I think. That's it.
And one from Bernardo Silva, but me and Manan would have saved the one for Bernardo Silva. You know what I mean?
Genuinely, I swear down, guys, yeah. Like, I just don't see it, man. Like, yesterday I'd never seen the fan base get onto Onana the way I did yesterday. They got onto him like there was no tomorrow. Get you useless in there.
Like, where I was at Sir Alex Ferguson's dad, they weren't happy, man.
They weren't happy.
They weren't happy.
They're not happy.
Even if you think about what we were sold, the idea of him, the passing and that. What's the point of buying a keeper that is that's good at passing from the back when he's being instructed to go long?
Bro, yeah, not 100%.
I don't get why. What benefit is it having?
Well, Mina, the difference is this, Mina. You had Inzaghi, who is a absolute like I'm talking a stickler for detail, right? Who gave Onana 6 different ways to play out. Midfielders will drop into a certain zone. The full-backs will drop into another zone. He gave them 6 different options, yeah? Anytime he's pressed on the ball, and he would pop it, bam, bam. We have a coach that don't believe in that for detail and all of that. He just says, if you can't play a shot, hit long. Basic, bro. Basic.
But listen, I think for me, the biggest thing for me is that midfield area. I mean, listen, this Casemiro situation is getting a bit out of hand. I don't know if you've seen his wife, but she's been putting his medals on the table. She
said, put your medals where your mouths are. My husband is a 5-time Champions League winner.
My husband is a 5-time Champions League.
Did you see what Andy Mitten said on the talk?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Where do you reckon he's got that information from? Was that from
what did he say?
Andy Mitten is a service journalist. Like, he's got his insides there, so I wouldn't be surprised.
It's quite surprising because he works for Man United as well, Andy Mitten.
But I'm sorry, but listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really sorry. But that's the basic. Listen, Eric Ten Hag will expose Prime, Iniesta, Xavi, Messi.
Facts.
Like he will expose everybody. That's why, me, nobody likes to stick it on the players than me. Trust me, I'm the one who toys Coward FC. You've all heard my rants throughout the years on YouTube. on this channel, especially on this podcast. But I am not giving any stick to any players because I know these players. It's clear to see that these players ain't doing nothing because the manager, what is asking, like I said to you yesterday on the matching, you look at the way comparison to Liverpool and other teams, yeah. When our player has the ball, I'm sure you clocked it, you watching it. Everybody runs away.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's
it's like NFL. It's like NFL. If you don't watch NFL, when the quarterback got the ball, everybody.
Yeah, everyone runs.
Bam.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's true.
So listen, everybody's scouter. That's what it is. Everybody's. So when you see that as a player, you played football, especially like people like Casemiro's experience and that. He knows the tighter we are, the closer we are to each other. But the question I want to ask you all, and hopefully maybe it may come later, but just to remember what I'm going to ask, because I'm going to forget, right? So just remember what I asked you guys, is the last 4 games of the season, last 5 games of the league, we played compact football. Win, lose, or draw, we played compact football. Why is he gone to helter-skelter football back again? And you see the first goal, you see the second goal, you see the third goal. The gap between our midfield, and not even that side, it's not even just the midfield. It's the fullbacks. It's the wingers. It's Bruno. It's Xerxes. Everybody is everywhere. Everybody's flying. You know those birds? Everybody's
I'll show you this one. I'll show you this one here. This is Collier for the Mino goal. I mean, what's Collier doing down here, man?
But it's instructions because
of course it is.
When Casemiro was making that error, Mino's gone. He's not there. He's not near Cas. They're being instructed to do this stuff. If you even think about this 3-1-6 nonsense in build-up, yeah, and you see the fullbacks are so advanced.
Oh my God, man.
It's ridiculous because it's all instructions. Things like Onana not making saves and that. I'm not gonna say that's
of course,
because that is clearly that's an issue with him. But these kind of stuff, guys, there is no manager. You look at Pep, you look at Ancelotti, you look at the greatest managers right now in football or historically in football. They would not vacate the midfield because the midfield is where the game is won. The battle in the midfield. If you win the midfield battle, that means you are winning the possession, you're dominating the possession, and you're recycling possession properly, and you're able to counter presses, you're able to get through the team, you're able to do all of that. You will win. You will create chances. You will score. Nobody is so naive to vacate the midfield in this manner, not just once, but consistently. Manchester City in the FA Cup, guys, we went back to basics. Casemiro was benched. What happened? United won. We weren't doing this 3-1-6 notes. It's clear that it's not working, but the manager is persistent with it because I think he thinks if he instills it into the players as much as he can prove that it's the players that are the issue and not him. If you watch his press conference, by the way, after the game,
oh my God,
and he was going on a mad tangent about Harry Potter. He's talking about Harry Potter.
He's turned it to Mourinho, you know.
But there was one thing that he said, that stood out for me. He was asked about mistakes and whether it's his tactics that's the problem, and he went on to talk about individual errors. He didn't sit there and say, you know what, I approached the game wrong. I should have done this. I did this and this didn't work. Instead, he's saying it's individual errors. That is basically saying that your players are making mistakes and you've coached perfection and they can't implement it. That's crazy.
I'll say this. Listen, majority of people who supported him are saying the same thing. Erik ten Hag is asking for players to be like robots, like no any errors, to be the perfect footballers in history. And that's impossible. So for me, at the end of the day, the ideas of me, and you know me, Saeed, I stick it on as I call them cowards, bottle jobs. I coin these things cowardly FC, right? But I'm sorry. It's impossible. And yesterday is so interesting. Us, all 3 of us were there looking at some of the players. They know it. You can see it on their faces. They're human beings. They know it. And you know what? In 95 minutes, he didn't change it. And the traps, Musa, came from the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Even though some United fans will tell you, we were doing well. We were doing well. The traps were there. All Liverpool had to do was just...
But the first goal was a warning sign.
Yeah. Listen, hunting 2s, hunting 3s.
The disallowed goal was a warning sign.
Hunting 4. And if you look at the heat map of Liverpool, Saeed, it's all there. Like they're all
connected dots.
All the way.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm going to get some of the super chats. Big up to Killis. He says Eric Ten Hag's arrogance will cost him his job. He's beefing with reporters for doing their job. Brother needs a new prescription to seize Khalas football. Eric 10 times concussed. It's time to go. Nothing's changed from finishing 5th and winning a cup. Why are you upset? If you thought we could beat Klopp's Liverpool, that's on your own failure. Nah, listen, man. That one there's gaslight. You're Ten Hag, mate. You know, Kyle Ten Hag, mate.
He's captain.
You know what I mean? Yo, Kyle, man. No, I'm not having this, man. I'm not having this, bro. Big up Teeman. He says Liverpool barely tried yesterday. That's the worst part. Took the first 70% of the game, and we still didn't lay a glove on them. And big up to Young Metro says, why is Rashford still starting on the wing? It's clear his confidence.
No, it's not just his confidence. It's not. It's just his confidence.
It's instructions. It's instructions.
You saw it clearly.
I saw it.
Clearly.
Yeah, well, I saw it.
Recycle, play it into midfield, or hit the cross. Like, it's two ways. Like, I think he tried it maybe in a 90-something minute where we had the ball right up the pitch. He did 2 take-ons in the game where he took on the defender near the touchline. Other than that, he ain't doing this. So at the end of the day, I'll answer some of the things. The person who was captain before Saeed. At the end of the day, it's this. Eric Ten Hag believes in a certain way. He's playing a certain way where he played in the Eredivisie. The players that they had in the Dutch league, all the players in the Dutch league are competent technically and tactically, but mainly technically, they're very competent. So they would keep the ball. Remember when Danny came on here, Saeed, before we signed? He showed us about absolutely. Yeah, he showed us about the right.
He's a madman.
Yeah. So he would do that. Yeah, and then win the ball back. But because they had the better quality, Ajax players had the better quality, and the other teams would not have punished them as much. But they would limit that. But you see the whole Ajax team camping out literally outside the D, like outside the, you know what I mean, the 25-yard back, right? And that's the difference. But in the Prem, that don't run. In the Prem, that's never gonna run. You vacate midfield, you have open wide spaces. And to me, all my shouting, all my screaming, all came last season. And I call it the basketballification of football. But I want to ask you guys the question. The last 5 games of the season, he changed it. He went, wherever we were, where we were low block, mid block, or high line, the players were all compact together. What is
that a measurement for the season though? When teams are not playing towards their biggest potential, it's the end of the season. Like, so we played Arsenal.
It could be side.
So we played Arsenal, who were very tentative because they were nervous. Who else did we play? We played Coventry. Newcastle, who, let's be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. That game, it could have been 4-3 to them. They had chances. Amrabat and then what you call it, cleared one off the line. Yeah, there was so many things that went that wrong. Brighton, they were on the beach. Their kind of season was kind of done. Like, we're overgassing this. No, I'm not overgassing. Listen, the results might have been right overgassing. I'm never gassing. I'm telling you in terms of what I see of a team that's been compact. I didn't see massive gaps, and I kept coming on here and saying to you, I'm not seeing the massive gaps. So I'm thinking, what is he that he agreed to? And that's why people were talking about and saying, oh yeah, what's his name? Wilcox has told him and all of that. That's why people, because it wasn't about the results. It was about the compact, how close to each of the players were. And now he's back to square one. That's 100%. Big up my guy Knowledge, man. Faz Nordin, I had smoke come down my ears after the match, but I'm good now. INEOS next 2 steps will be tell me all that I need to know about the regime. Big up to Kyle, who comes back, says Nordin and Minnow. Eric Ten Hag thinks our players are better than they are. That's why no one makes space for Onana. Bruno fails at false 9.
So is it the players? Are we saying the players are not as good as the system that Ten Hag is trying to implement? Is that what?
No players can ever play like that in the Prem. No, but he can bring all the greatest players.
Bro, and that's why
he could never play it.
And that's why I feel sorry for Ogati, you know? Shout out to Coop Baller. We met you yesterday, bro. Big up to you, man. Greeting you yesterday. Make sure you follow him on TikTok, people. We're going to try and get you on the channel. And why did it seem always like when our players got the ball, there was no options? It's year 3 and we can't build up play. There's no cohesion. It's man. Can you know, by the way, are you lot just tired of like being the ones that sitting back as well? Like, you know, and just like, you know, I've noticed that we're in year 3 and we're the ones that are kind of, hitting on the counter. We're the ones that are not on the front foot. Like, it's weird. Like, honestly, bro, like, it's actually I'm bored now of that, Like, Brighton had most of the kind of, I would say, when they say field tilt nowadays, where the ball's in their half. Like, Brighton were the ones on the front foot in the second half. Like, it's always us just kind of giving the game to Liverpool. Like, it's not right that we should let Liverpool play through us. I don't like that, I really, really don't like that.
Well,
and that's where United have got to be imaginative.
Listen, Saeed, I'm not going to lie to you. I pay a lot of compliments to the players. And also, I understand why some of the teams that we've been playing against, they're not as efficient. Because we give these chances to every team.
Yeah.
We do this against every team.
Yeah.
Other than the last 4 games, like I said, the compacted spaces and football. Listen, in football, in all types of football, whether it was old football, 90s football now, football is all about space. You either try to create more space when you have the ball, and you try to restrict space when you don't have the ball. That is, football will always be that as the game we know and understand it to be. And Manchester United, off the ball and on the ball, like you said, it's American football. I call it basketball.
Everyone's now saying that now. Everyone's now saying that. Everyone's now saying that. Yeah.
I've been saying it for February. February season 1, when everybody was gassing up the Carabao Cup, and I was telling you all, this is not sustainable. I was telling you all after that final, this is not sustainable.
You know what's mad? Yeah, this one is the damning one, man. The fact that Slot broke it down and just basically tore into us. That right there. If you're a fan there, Mina, like, you must be thinking, what's going on, man? Like, he can break down our game plan. It's not great to hear that for me.
Nah, you know what it is also? It shows that even opposition managers know that United have like one kind of plan in a game. Because they knew what he's basically saying. I did my homework, I revised, and I got straight A's in the class because I knew that the questions that were going to come up in the exam paper because it was that predictable. That's essentially what he kind of said. I liked hearing what he had to say, not because I like to hear what he says because you like managers that can break down the game in the manner that he did, and I liked hearing that. But I also think that is a damning kind of shot at Erik ten Hag that Arne Slot anticipated one plan. I mean, I'm sure he had other plans, but he anticipated the one key thing which he identified from a few games. And bear in mind, these two are familiar with each other. They know each other from the Eredivisie, where I think they beat each other twice. So it's clear that Erik ten Hag is still trying to implement that similar system that he had in Eredivisie, but this is Premier League. And can I just say also, when we talk about style of football and just what's sustainable and whatnot, one thing about Slot yesterday is that he had Liverpool playing. Even Alisson came out and said that he is different to Klopp. What Klopp has implemented, he said, is completely different. Nobody's saying that the players can't implement it. I'm not hearing any Liverpool fans complaining about the fact that their players are not good enough to do what Arne Slot is asking them to do, because he's completely put everything on his head. He's changed up the complete system of what the players are used to. But this is what happens when you have clearly a coaching philosophy that you can implement with players. And obviously you've got a core of players that have been playing together, for quite some time. You've got Mohamed Salah, who basically, he's like one of the top goals since 2021. He's scored like the 4th most goals at Old Trafford, including Man United. That's
embarrassing. Players. No. Yeah. He's loving it. It's his playground. It's his playground.
And then you got Van Dijk, you got Trent, you got the core, Alisson, etc. But for me, it is so telling that fundamentally, and I did a video about this, fundamentally, there's something wrong with the way that Erik ten Hag is setting up Manchester United and expecting them to kind of succeed every single time. It's just bare question marks. So many.
Well, Paul Scholes exposed it on the overlap, and the United fans were getting very, very irate. Saying that there's things in the midfield that he doesn't believe. Like, this is why when I talk about Ugarte, like, for me, Ugarte coming in. Hold on. Let me just quickly say my point. My thing is, you're bringing Ugarte in to come into Casemiro's position. Yes, Ugarte's legs might be a bit more fresher in terms of he'll be able to cover the ground a little bit more. But on the ball, though, you got to remember, he's not like a player that's going to transform us in terms of actual playing on the ground. Like, he's not that sort of player. And that's where Ten Hag and United, for me, have missed a trick this summer. And especially in that system there, like, he's still going to get exposed. Like, he can't do it all on himself. Like, he cannot cover all of that ground in that 3-1-6 formation all by himself. He simply can't. And
Nobody
demanding
can.
that from him is crazy.
Nobody can. And nobody can defend the way that we defend. Because every six players are up the pitch. You can't leave 4 against. You can't leave 3 players against 4. You can't leave 2 centre halves against 4 or 3. You can't. At the top professional level, they've got the attackers have set ways where they understand each other. They don't even have to be coached at it. They just know because they've been playing football where the gap is, where the hole is. And you see it on the first goal. You've got 2 players. The overload was that crazy. You got 2 players getting in each other's way to score the goal. At the end of the day, every way you think about it, Erik ten Hag thinks, and you know what he said about by the way, Ugarte might not be ready for a month, Saeed. He said that yesterday. He said that, the Harry Potter comment came from because of that question about Ugarte. He said, well, we're going to have to embed him, and it could take weeks, and it could take a month. I'm not Harry Potter.
Oh, my days,
so this Ugarte, people expect Ugarte to be ready for Southampton. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, people. Forget about it. At the end of the day, Erik ten Hag and his tactics are not compatible with Premier League. In the Eredivisie, in small leagues, yes, because you'll have the better quality players. But I don't want him to go anywhere because the Letters FC need to suffer. Because, like, to me, you saw me last season. I was suffering last season because I set the alarm. I put out a thing saying there's a fire here. There's a fire in season 1. In season 2, I'm emotional. I'm going crazy. In season 3, I was chilled when I came out the stadium. I did my job. I tried to make sure that Liverpool fans didn't out singles, and I did my job. And when I looked around, I saw 25,000 United fans were in there for the last 20-25 minutes. Let's be real out here. Let's be real. Saeed, I think you were one of the last. I think you were still in there.
Where?
You know the funniest thing?
You know when I left? What? I left when Ahmad played a pass to Bruno for 1-2 and he whacked it into the ground.
That is
Nina was like, let me walk around to the far court. Nina was
the guy could have played the ball over the top. He could have played the ball over to Ahmad. Ahmad made the run.
Walloped it into the crowd.
Broski, this is what Bruno is. He's a net negative. He's a detriment to Man United. But people won't see it.
Not even, you know what?
I'm tired of him.
I'm not lying to you. I can't even blame him anymore.
But he's the captain. And you're doing that, bro. Like, how are we supposed to play football, if you got a ball grenade? No, hold on a minute. How are you supposed to play football, How are you supposed to play football, when you got man like that doing that, bro? Like, how are you supposed to play football?
Listen, at the end of the day, because nobody's ever asked in positional sense, nobody demands anything of him, and Musa will tell you.
No, but that really ain't down to the manager. That's down to you, bro.
No, but that was, listen, at the end of the game, that was pure frustrations. That was just pure frustrations.
But how many times has that happened?
Listen,
how many times has that happened? Pep does to players like that, though.
Yeah, he can never be captain, Saeed, because he's too petulant. That's why, to me, he's not a captain.
Players like that don't follow out the instructions of a manager like Pep. Pep just benches you, calls you off. He hasn't got time for all of that. Like, frustrated individuals. Like, I ain't got time. See my thing with United. Listen.
Yeah.
We all know what's happening with Man United. We all know the direction we're going in under this manager. I got nothing to complain about. I just don't get it. Like yesterday, I wasn't even worried. It's like, it is what it is. Yesterday, I was, a brother had a third child. He had the Kika. I was with some Hillib and Rice. It was going down yesterday.
I bet I was more excited than United.
I was excited. I see the uncles in their stress talking bare different conversations. I said, uncles, leave it. It's done. Like,
leave it.
We know what's happening with this manager. Ever since INEOS made the decision to keep him, everybody that was Erik ten Hag out was like fuming and irate at the time. But everyone's like, you lost. Take it on the chin. You lost, guys. Erik ten Hag stay and you lost, like, get behind the manager. But the reality is, I told guys, Erik ten Hag's best starting 11, especially his front 3, are Højlund, Rashford, and Garnacho. That's who he plays every opportunity he gets if they're fit. That's his best starting front 3, and Bruno behind them. When you've got players like Rashford, Bruno, and Garnacho in the same team that are just all hit and miss, road runners, you've lost the game. I ain't got time for all of that. And that's what he's on. He's not. We've got a window where we've let Greenwood and Sancho go in the same window. That's the type of team we are. They're the type of players we get rid of. And everyone will have their 2 pence, this and this and this and that. But the reality is that Man United are not looking for players who play ball. You can look at other clubs and see the type of players they're getting in. Even this Ugarte guy, like, he's not a Pep type of player. This is like this is like, you know, he's like Mascherano. You remember Mascherano? He's one of them type of players. I'm not saying he's bad, but if you ain't got Alonso next to him, what are you doing?
Yeah. You need to compliment. But even that though, but even that though, now we got Kobe Mainu, and I feel sorry for this. You know what's mad about Kobe? I need him out of the team. You know, I need him to rest.
You need him out of the team.
No, but you know,
he's not built for the 8 and he's not built for the 6.
He's a 10. He's
played,
can I say he's played 4 games in a row with no preseason off the back of the Euros?
Yeah,
that's negligence.
Yeah,
that is negligence. In
that's
that same breath,
still.
Eric Ten Hag is obviously saying that Ugarte is not going to be ready because he hasn't had a preseason. But yet other players who haven't can come in and play the whole time. That's crazy.
Maybe he doesn't want to be wrong about Casemiro because he's defending Casemiro at the minute here. And okay, cool, you can defend your players, isn't it? But he wants to be right about what he's doing at the minute in terms of his kind of team, to not be thinking that he needs someone to save him like an Ugarte, to come into the team and help him in that way. He wants to be right. And this thing with
why he's defending Casto, Saeed? Because all the numbers and the data tells them that Cass is still running and Cass is still covering the pitch. But what he won't come out and say is that I'm leaving him exposed. My tactics are leaving him exposed. Because the data and the data analysis are telling him that this guy's still covering the same amount. He's still doing what he's meant to be doing. But this guy is leaving him exposed, and that's the problem. And that João Neves that everyone said was a 6, he's not a 6 at PSG no more.
No, he's a 10, bro. He's looking like a 10 right now. Have you seen what he's doing? The guy's silky with the ball, you know. This João Neves guy, I'm telling you about that.
They got him. He was doing Kobe antics before, sitting like in the 6 or the 8.
Sitting.
But now look where they got him further up the pitch. We all know Kobe needs to get far. We need to get Ugarte and Casemiro behind Kobe. That's what we need. That's what I want to see,
bro.
I want Bruno gone. I want Rashford gone. I want.
But are you going to see it with this manager?
No, we're not going to see it with this man here. This guy, we're not going to see it with this guy here. Eric Ten Hag. I'm not even fussed about these games. I'm telling you, like, everyone's telling me, like, example, we're playing Southampton. Everybody's going to tell me why we're going to win, but based on what? Why do we beat Southampton?
No, there's no basis to it.
It's just bare hope FC.
No, it's just bare hopium. Listen, every point now is hopium.
It's going to be a funny game because Southampton conceded 3 goals on the weekend too. And so
played out from the back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But they've got us like they've got a togetherness and they've got a style of play that they want to put together. With us, we just don't have anything. We're gonna go there, and if we concede the first goal, it's just everyone starts shaking.
Yeah. But even then, it's not a convincing win, though. It's not a convincing win. Even if we win, I bet it's an unconvincing win, and we just
it's a bank robbery.
It's a robbery. I'm telling you, like, nothing will ever convince me about this manager, man. I don't think, honestly, the last time I've been convinced, I can name them maybe a one-hand performances where we've won and be like, yo, that was a game where we deserved to win, and I was excited. You know what I'm saying, fam?
Saeed, 2 games. Tottenham at home in his first season. Barcelona in the Europa League at Old Trafford.
City at Old Trafford as well.
City at Old Trafford, Martial.
The thing is, it's his first 6 months. It's first
6 months. Yeah, that's it.
After that, all went balling.
None of those games before the game did I expect to win. We might win some of these games, but I never go into a game against a big 6 or a big 4, especially thinking Man United can beat these lot. Because whenever I ask the question based on what, it's just hope FC. Like even the final, when we play City in the final, everyone was hoping we can beat them. But realistically, based on what? Like we wouldn't be surprised if we would have lost the FA Cup final. We would just say, it's City, blah, blah, blah. So we're always hoping.
But Musa, the tweet that I put on Instagram yesterday was a game where Eric Ten Hag was a toe poke away from being sacked. That's where the reality hits in, man.
Do you guys actually think he will actually get sacked? Let's be dead honest. Be honest with your opinion.
I think
he will actually. They will pull the plug. So quickly.
Yeah, I do. I think Eric Ten Hag
I said Tottenham at home. If he loses that game, he's gone.
Have you seen the October and November fixtures?
Scary hours.
Is it scary? Is it scary there, October, November?
Yeah, look at October,
I
November.
told you that before the season started.
Bro, we got Spurs, Porto, Villa, Brentford.
I can't keep up now. You know what I mean, Norden? My brain's on overdrive now. They got Carl says, sorry, Norden. Pep taught, but brought Tiki-Taka. Klopp brought Gegenpressing to England, but Eric Ten Hag cannot bring better football to United because Bruno fails and players don't read Onana. Blake Cat says,
let me answer that question. Sorry,
go on, go for it.
The reason why Eric Ten Hag can't fail, it's failing because 3-6-1 kind of like build up thing, like whatever it is, you know what, whatever it is.
Yeah,
like
whatever it is.
3-1-6. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a stat. Yesterday, Manchester United lost 90 times the possession when they were building up from the back, and they only were successful for 20.3% out of 100 playing from the back. Liverpool's half. So go figure, bro. Go figure. The reason why you can't have 1-1-1 in midfield, where you can't have his spaces. Gravenberch and McAllister yesterday were holding hands. They were like holding hands. Like when you were kids, babies holding hands, literally. That's what they were. They were like a tandem. And Szoboszlai was sometimes not that far from him, was always in a triangle with them. Always in a triangle. The reason why Eric Ten Hag's losing because he expects players to perform miracles and they cannot. If Eric Ten Hag play compact football, maybe he can be successful. And the other big reason why he was failing, and I proved it again and again, and I told everybody about the goals, the goals, 58 goals was not good enough for Manchester United in his first season, even though Rashford scored 30 goals. And I said it again last season when he scored 57, is because we don't hold enough possession up the pitch. Enough possession up the pitch with our players, and we don't sustain it. So how can you mount attack after attack after attack to try to create chances? That's why it's failing. Not because of an individual player, because his tactics do not work in the Prem.
Yeah. Big up Blacker says, Jose and Ralph told you, man, long time ago, you needed to go for the pain. United fans' chest too high to be signing Man Gibbs level at the moment and rebuild.
I regret Jose, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I regret Jose.
No. Everyone had his job.
Now I regret it. Now I regret it.
No, Musa. Stop that level of coping.
Now I regret it. I regret Jose.
Mourinho, listen to me. Jose Mourinho and Scott McTominay made a special trophy for him because me and Saeed were at Old Trafford watching the game, and we're all 1-1 with Crystal Palace, I think it was. We're all like attack. And he went past the halfway line, turned back and whacked it back to the centre half. And Jose K ran out of the area and did that.
Yeah, Jose told you we played Barcelona with Inter. They had 90% of the possession, and he said he went through to the next round.
Sorry.
I'm not saying that you have to like this football.
No,
see, my thing is this. I'm not here to like. Listen, my thing is I'm not here to like the manager's football, but your style has to win trophies and has to do something. Like this guy, he's just, I don't know what he's doing, man.
Musa,
bro, you tell me.
I agree with you. You know what? If I'm gonna miss anybody, I'll go one fucking better. I missed 65 goals with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I missed fucking 4-0, 5-0s with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I missed that football. I missed coming back from 2-0 down and winning 3-2 or 4-2. I missed those things. Don't tell me about Jose. We weren't scoring that many goals with Jose either. We win 1-0 and defend for 90 minutes, mate. No, mate. That's
but I enjoyed that final when Pogba scored in the Europa League final, man. They were the happy days for me, man.
Big up Footballer Soccer says, we called it out last season. We got called clowns, toxic and negative. To every Eric Ten Hag in a stop complaining being toxic, back your manager. Well, if you talk about backing, you know what I mean? The backing is absolutely crazy, man.
You know, Klopp.
16 million, man, and nothing
now.
That's
what I'm saying. You know, Klopp had Liverpool in the Champions League final in the third season.
Yeah.
Second season, then they're in the Europa League final. Third season, they're in the Champions League final. Like, and they were playing ball. This is when everybody was under pressure.
Did they win the league, or was it? Yeah, 4th or 5th they won the league.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean, so
fourth, they won. They lost it by a point. Remember, they lost.
They lost it by a point. Yeah.
And then 5th, they won it. Like, they were there or thereabouts. They were contending. Like, when I hear Klopp didn't win the league for his first 5 years, shut up, brother. He was in finals. in the second season and third season. I ain't got time.
You know what? If he goes to a cup final now, yeah, say he wins the Carabao Cup this year, yeah, but he doesn't win anything else, yeah. You know what he's gonna say, guys? He's gonna say, "I won another trophy," but then we play in like third football and we finish like fifth or sixth.
He thinks
that
won
is
a trophy.
I know,
the second best team in the country. He's
mad, bro. Like, if we thought that about Jose Mourinho, yeah, Jose Mourinho will still be here. That guy was talking about 3 trophies. I won 3 trophies here. 3 trophies.
No, he thinks if you win the FA Cup, it makes you the second best team in the country.
Bro,
that's what he thinks.
Mad. It is mad. What's also mad, yeah, is the fact that we're only on 515 likes and there's 1,700 in here, man. You lot are shame, mate. Shameful likes. Get them likes up to 1,000 likes, man. You lot are mocking.
It's the ops in the building. The ops are in the building. The ops are in the building.
Exactly. Majority of them are Eric Ten Hag in the Senate.
There's ops. I meet a lot of ops in London. A lot of ops run up on me and I think it's beef. They're like, Musa. I'm like, who are you? Bro. And they're like, Saeed TV. I'm like, I say no more. They're like, yeah, what's going on? They say, I'm support Chelsea. I support Tottenham. I was like, what are you doing on the channel? They're like, no, I like to watch it.
Big up Ali says, please get up the image of passing lanes of United against Liverpool and Brighton and discuss. I think we discussed it yesterday, the passing lanes, and it was the way Liverpool got to the Salah moment was like crazy. And the way United got to a certain point was, honestly, it's quite scary, man. Like, our build-up is so bad, like, genuinely, like, the execution is even worse. And, like, people are just going to pinpoint certain individuals. I don't want to do that, really. Like, for me, we play as a team, and that's what I want to focus on the most. I want to focus on, is everyone playing well, Right now, it's easy to say Casemiro. It's easy to say, even when I say Bruno Fernandes, yeah, I've got a lot of things to say about him. But at the same time, like, we need to be playing as a team in our third season. Guys, man. Gravenberg, would Gravenberg be playing for Man United, yeah? Would the manager be playing Gravenberg? Do you reckon, guys?
He's from Ajax, so probably.
But he gets all the wrong players from Ajax.
I don't even know, I don't know.
He missed out.
That's what I'm saying. We brought the whole of Ajax except for him. And he was the best player on the pitch yesterday.
Best player.
But who will be dropped? Who will be dropped, do you reckon? In this team?
I don't know, man.
Who'll be dropped?
You got to drop, man. This guy, do you know what
I don't know. He dropped Anthony. You know what I mean? Anthony's over getting on the bench. What a waste of us. What a waste of a player.
Let me say something to Saeed. Anybody can get a good player, regardless wherever you're from, and give them a direction and coaching that gets the best out of them. Eric Ten Hag, for the people at the back, exposes our players. Managers and coaches work hard on training grounds, day in, day out, to hide the deficiencies of their players and to show the best what their players are good at. Our manager does it in reverse. That's why Musa comes out with concussed, because he does things back to front.
He's baffled. He ain't got a clue. And this concussion's starting to spread because Onana thinks he's in training. He thinks the goals don't count. He thinks the goals don't count, Onana, now. He's picking up the ball out of the back of the net, looking around like he's training.
Look at the way he's getting exposed, man. Look at this, guys, man. Big up to Brian, my guy, Brian, elite pundit. Let's look at this, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Look at the way he get the ball. This is early on, guys, man. That it's crazy. What is this midfield free? What is this? Like, genuinely, guys, what is this, guys? I want to know. You lot in the chat here, what is this midfield free? Look at this here now. The way they just get the ball. If they play one black pass into that, that's their split open. There, look, straight away from there, look, straight away, 5:47, boom, 5:49. How do you go from 2 seconds, guys?
No, Saeed, I'm not gonna lie to you. And United fans will tell me, some of them in the stadium are telling me,
bro, that is absolutely mad.
This is running.
No. Why as well? Look at the side here. Rashford isn't on that side, so now Dallow's got a lot to do. He's got to think about who's that player there. It might be.
That's even criminal. We ain't even got a left back.
That is, you know what that is?
A year and a half on.
So that's probably Szoboszlai or Jota, because they kept interchanging.
Jota,
another
bro.
thing I noticed.
I would love Jota in this Man United team, man. I swear, Jota. Hold on a minute. Jota's ability to drop in the pockets here and just cause havoc. Honestly, it's one of the most underrated players here in the Premier League.
Don't worry, Xerxes is going to do that.
No, he will, but I'm saying Jota
Saeed,
is so good, man, at doing them moments where he drops in. No, he didn't. People say he's not good yesterday. He was, because he allowed space for others. It's not always about having the ball, you know. It's about dropping in these little.
We had most of the percentage yesterday of the ball.
No, but it's about the moments where he counts. He allows other. Hold on a minute. 1 second, Nordin.
Yeah.
He allows other players to then thrive. The Diaz's and the Salahs. Why they're in that position is because of Jota's movement. People don't see it.
That's all coached. That's all worked on the training ground. And don't say, I want this player at United with this fucking manager. This fucking player is going to look horrendous with this manager. So qualify it. Say, I want these players, but not with this manager. This guy.
I'm just forget about the manager. I'm talking about the intelligence of these players. Like, he's so underrated. All I'm saying to you, Jota, and that causes problems.
That's why Mina said that we've got Zersky, but we're not going to see it.
We're not going to see it, exactly. We're not going to see it.
Listen, people who know about football understand Jota. Saeed, he was doing it to us with Wolverhampton, dunking on us.
Yeah, I know.
Season after season, home and away. So Jota, to me, the idea that Ronaldo played in the Euros, the shamefulness of Martin, that manager. I have been like that for Ronaldo and putting Jota on the bench. It's just, I don't know how the Portugal as a nation accepted that shit. But anyway, people now, when you're asking for a player to come to United or you're wishing, qualify it. Erik ten Hag is not. What Liverpool did yesterday, and all of you who will watch the game can see, is that, you know, usually Liverpool, they go high and wide. Diaz and Salah would go high. No, they didn't. Yesterday, they inverted. Their wingers inverted. Jota and Szoboszlai, with their movements, Saeed, were interchanging, right? Interchanging with their movements. And you know what? They were hunting in packs and they pressed hard. And then, if we beat that press, guess who's backing them up? McAllister and Gravenberch close to each other at all times in that game. So, it was coached. And then, the manager came out and dunked on our manager. And you know, Erik ten Hag was chatting shit about Arne Slot before even, you know, when he got given a job, but before he did come, he was chatting so much shit about him, saying all this, saying all that, and he got dunked on. So at the end of the day, yesterday, Liverpool played the game plan, what they trained all week for, watching the videos, and they robbed Collier, they robbed Mainu, they robbed Casemiro, they were robbing Martinez, they were robbing Delot, they were robbing Bruno, they robbed every player because positionally, there is zero positioning from Manchester United players.
Ugarte took it personally, man. Ugarte took it personally, by the way. The Ten Hag comments. He's already in South America getting trained up, and he's like, yo, it doesn't need to take me weeks and months. You know what it was? I can be ready, guy. I can be ready.
Right, this guy's gone. I told you that earlier. If you look at this personally, he's gonna take it because we got a crazy manager. But if you look at our fixtures, if you look at the fixtures from the Spurs game,
okay, let me look at it. But I don't want to look at Spurs game. We have to get game by game, man. Them.
No. He's gone. He's not going to survive.
Dude, we got like Porto, Villa. We got some stupid.
Yeah, we got some stupid games. We got Spurs, 3 games a week.
Porto, Villa, Brentford, Fenerbahce, West Ham, Chelsea. We're not surviving. He's not surviving. This guy ain't going to survive it. And it's not just the manner of the defeat. It's not just the defeat, but it's the manner. You know what time.
That week, that 4 games is tough, man. I can't lie. Them 4 games.
Not surviving.
It's literally a game every week until is there 3 games a week until January?
Yeah, because of the champ, because it's Europe.
Or the league.
Damn,
league,
man.
They knew this up.
And this squad, you reckon it survives? This squad.
I told you he's not surviving. That's why
Chelsea got so many players, you know, man. Like it's a big squad, you know, man. Like all them attackers will get game time. Oh, but he won't. But who's gonna play, bro? They will get game time if they're playing 3 games a week.
The fail safe is there. I told you, Rude is there. The fail safe is there. This guy's not gonna survive.
Nah, that's actually crazy. You know, when you deep,
he's not.
That's actually crazy. You know.
I saw a statement from Gary Neville yesterday. Yeah.
Gary Neville said,
no, and Gary, because you know Gary Neville has got links with Jim the Rat and everything. Jim, I'm only watching the game through one eye, but then it was too much anyway, like that. Both eyes closed, you know. I mean, Jim, I can't see, right? He said if he's not in and around top 4, by Christmas, then he's a goner.
Yeah.
But then he also said Rashford's a young player and he's 27.
Every player who comes through the youth, he said exactly the same thing about McTominay. Every player who's come through the youth system is a young player. Everybody's a young player.
Young player, guys. Young player. Get out of here.
Hold tight, Gav, though. Gav said we're finishing above Liverpool.
Yeah. Big up Ali says, if you saw Liverpool passing lanes yesterday, they avoided Mazraoui as much as possible throughout the game. That's true, you know, man. Mazraoui is one of our key players.
Brother, why did he take off the lit?
I think
I don't think he's match fit, innit? The guy never had a preseason.
You know what?
He done well yesterday.
I don't know, man.
The lit
match fit hype, you know. I think he could have carried on for another 20 minutes. I really do. But it is what it is. It didn't affect the game anyway. So Maya. By
the way, can I just say something on that quickly? About that delay? I know somebody who works within the fitness department at Manchester United, and when he got tested, he had the highest test record in terms of being fit. So all this about being fit.
Oh,
trust me, I swear to God, I had it from the horse's mouth. But I'm never gonna divulge who it is. You know that, don't you? But,
yeah, of course.
I don't know who's watching, but I had it. That the latest stats, you know, when they come and do the first test, all of that. Fit,
yeah.
He was
also
fit.
Webby. I was watching Webby's fan cam, man. He said a couple of players were out in casinos or something the night before and that. So I'm sure he said something along them lines. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Jarvis, I can't wait to chat to Jarvis about the game.
Yeah.
Hold tight, Jarvis. Jarvis was on a night out in Prague.
yeah. Big up Jarvis, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself. Big up, no truer words have been spoken. All roads lead to the MF dugout. Words of Musa. Love the United Muslim podcast. Listen, it does. But you know what it is, though? You can separate what happened in INEOS, but also understand where a lot of us on this panel have said, yo, listen, Ten Hag still, for me, won't improve in it. Like, you could do whatever you want, yeah. And I don't know why it's taken people to this 3 games to understand, like, and this is where people in the Brighton game, we press better. Yeah, cool. There was a little bit of something, sprinkle a little bit of press if you want. You know what I mean? Fulham game, sprinkle a little bit of, you know, there was no cutting, you know, they weren't cutting through our midfield. Yeah, you could do all of that, yeah, but this is also a game that exposed everything, man. And you if you want to be the best, you play the best in it. And Liverpool are one of the best teams in the league, yeah. And you get exposed. You know the ones there. You have got exposed, fam. So at the end of the day, that's the reality. And you know what's mad about as well? People will look at the stats and be like, Liverpool only had 1 shot more than us. Broski, everyone watched the game. They could have had more than the 3 goals. They were toying with us. At the 60th minute, they decided to stop playing. I'm telling you now, guys.
We had more possession than them yesterday. This is why I'm not doing stats no more.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Can I just say this?
Come on, man.
Sorry, can I just say this? One of the most noticeable things about Liverpool, is that actually they're not going gun-ho. Robertson, I hardly ever seen him go up high. Robertson stayed inverted now and again, actually covered around Van Dijk. Same with Trent. Trent using longest passing lanes, going out a little bit, but then defensively, they're in a better positions to stop the counter-attacks. And to people breaking on them. This Liverpool team, if they continue to form their run, they're going to be challenging. Trust me.
I see Liverpool fans
thinking injuries. It's only the injuries.
No, I was going to say Liverpool fans actually think like they're going to go unbeaten, and the fact that they've already haven't conceded a goal is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's big.
That is ridiculous. That is
big.
three games into the season.
But they have a manager who's not. You know what the manager's not done though, which is quite good. Yeah, he's not overcomplicated what's been working right now. The players that he's got, like he's not had to do something that. That's why I keep saying Liverpool right now. They're not playing unbelievable football. They're just playing to their strengths. And that's what a manager's there to do. He's there to play to their strengths, and that's what he's doing right now. You see the best of Diaz. You see, I'm not gonna lie to you. Salah looks better this year.
Salah that's why you know he's a serious look. They've got one road runner and he's not starting him. Nunes is our type of player. Yeah. They've got the road runner and they've benched him. He's not on all of that.
80 million man. 80 million.
He's a road runner. He's a Rashford. He's not on all that.
Even Gakpo that the manager wanted.
Road runners. He's not dealing with road runners. He's not on
I don't know if you lot saw what he was saying after the game, but he was saying Alisson's good at his feet, but you know, he still had to make a couple of saves. He was like, I told him he needs to be better next time. Literally, openly criticizing players. He took Trent off last week. I don't know if you lot saw. He took Trent off last week, and Trent was miserable. He took him off again.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Last week when he took him off, he sat next to him and explained to him why he was taking him off. And then when he got taken off today, I saw it. I was zooming in with my camera, and he was smiling when he came off the bench. He went like that
to the fans.
And he was smiling. He smiled.
And also the United fans after the game, man. That's embarrassing, man. You lot, why are you as fans here? Like, you know what I mean, saying things to them Liverpool players like, bro, we've just lost 3-0, yeah. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I found that very, very embarrassing, bro.
Cringe.
Like, go home.
Cringe.
It's cringe, man. Go home, yeah. Assess where we've gone wrong here instead of like booing them Liverpool players. What does it give you? Like, I generally, even for me, I hate Liverpool, but broski, they just embarrassed us, fam. Like, what are you booing for, man? You're not welcome here, man. Get out of here, fam. I don't like that sort of that rivalry. It don't make sense for me, man. It really don't.
That's why we're not true Reds, isn't it? They'll say that's why you're not.
Your head should be down. You should be embarrassed, yeah. You know what I mean? And you go home, mate. You know what I'm saying? I generally don't get that sort of fan base. I really don't, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm home, head down, and I'm embarrassed, mate. You know what I mean? Oh, we're having a meeting outside as we do, yeah, and we're having a chat about the game. That's what we're doing. We're analyzing what we're wrong. I'm not down there shouting at Liverpool players, mate. For me, I find it cringe and it's embarrassing all the United fans that did that, man. Like, genuinely, man. I don't agree with that at all. I really don't.
It's a waste.
At the end of the day, it's simple. Erik ten Hag is run his course. How long? The question is, I want to ask, how long did they pull the trigger? Do they wait?
Yeah, he's not my manager. My manager's sitting next to him.
I think they've given him a rope to hang himself, and they're waiting to see how long it takes him to do that. I think it could be the inevitable. And I said this, by the way, when they brought in Ruud. I said they're bringing their second in command. Huh?
Who's the answer? Stop it, Saeed. You give us. Don't start this side.
No, you know what it is, though. Let me ask you. No, but the thing is, though, these are uncomfortable conversations here. A lot of people are saying rude, cool. Yeah, but this is easy. But I don't want everyone complaining. I don't want us to make a knee-jerk reaction to appoint Ruud van Nistelrooy as manager. I want us to take our time, carefully.
There is no time.
Okay, you ain't got time.
There is no
time.
I'm saying cool to the end of the season and then evaluate our options.
Yeah,
I'm not saying okay then, but I thought you said let's point him as
give it to the end of the season.
We've got to relax. We've got to relax.
Yeah. Listen, he's. I said it. Check the first tweet out. As soon as I heard Ruud speak on, he was the insurance guy. I've never seen a backdoor appointment that blatant in my entire life.
Yeah.
That's the back row. He's their insurance policy. He's INEOS insurance policy, right? So he will take us to the end of the season, and then they'll interview people and go and follow the process. But at the end of the day, some people will get gassed in it. Ruud's at the wheel. I can hear this.
He's got the qualifications, man. He won his trophies.
But all I'm saying to Saeed is, what did it take for Ruud? Because he could have managed the championship, Burnley, right? Managed them in a championship, try to get them promoted, but he came to United. So what did they tell him? And I'm not going to lie to you. There is a little clip of Erik ten Hag try to speak to Ruud, and Ruud's reaction is like,
where's this? Where's this?
Yeah. I'm telling Saeed.
Show me the clip.
I'll try to find the clip, but Ruud is just literally going.
Let me ask me now. Who would you want if the manager was sacked? Like, you know, who would be your kind of ideal candidate?
De Zerbi, mate, all the way.
No, he's not going to come. De Zerbi, relax. Forget De Zerbi's gone now. He's gone out the window.
I just want a manager that's gonna win games. That's it. Bro, put you in the dugout. I don't care. If you're gonna win the game,
come on, man. Winning is winning without kind of a kind of a.
To me, it was always De Zerbi. I always said De Zerbi, but De Zerbi, I don't know. He's at Marseille. He's not.
Exactly.
You look at the managers that could be available. You know, you got Zidane coming to United, guys.
Nagelsmann. Forget.
I just don't want no man. Nagelsmann. I don't want
Nagelsmann. I don't think Nagelsmann would come either. Amorim, I think he would come.
The Girona manager is available as well. If he could,
he's not bad.
Even though he's had a
tough
Michelle. Yeah, there's 3 managers.
I'm happy with Ruud. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Inzaghi. I spoke to Inter Milan fan outside the stadium. He said no way.
At this moment in time,
a new contract.
No, Saeed, let me say something to you. Nobody knows what's going to happen there this season. So for me, if Ruud takes the interim, and by the way, Saeed and
Xavi,
Musa is the same.
Xavi.
Listen, you all say results. So at this moment in time, would you, Saeed and Mina, especially because you're about results, right? Because I'm not about results. I'm about sustainable football, progressive attacking football. That's what I'm about. But for Erik ten Hag, do you think Erik ten Hag can do bang robberies like he did last season and his first season and keep his job? Do you see that? Do you see somehow he's going to, the 5 games that we talked about that Musa rattled off, in our next 5-6 games, him doing arm robberies and keeping his job? Would you take that? Are you happy with that?
No, because last season is the manner in which we lost games. We were getting bopped up at Bournemouth, Palace. Forget the top 6. The middle and lower table teams were slapping us up. And we were, like you said, we're walking away with results. The last time we I think scored more than 3 goals in a game and kept a clean sheet was West Ham in February. It's unsustainable. For me, it's about 2 things. Like you, it's about results, because at the end of the day, football's a results business. The league. There's a video of Oli. I don't know if you lot seen the video circulated about him talking about progress being in the league and not in kind of winning trophies. I agree with that sentiment. That's why when I talk to Arsenal fans and we talk about Arteta, I agree with what some Arsenal fans say about, you know, the trajectory of what Arteta has done at Arsenal, because you can see clear improvement in the league. Obviously for them, they still need to win the league. That's like the final piece of the pie that they kind of need. But for me, if Erik ten Hag was to just skim through the season again by the skim of his teeth like he did last season, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, because it's just the manner in which United lost, the manner in which they were performing. It's equally about points, it's equally about results, but it's also most important about the way you're winning games. And if it's not sustainable, then people can't get behind it. We were just about nicking wins under Jose, just about. People
but I don't like to look backwards, man. I think sometimes.
No, but I'm saying people couldn't get behind it then. How can they get behind it now?
Exactly.
Ten Hag has spent the most money, I think, since Alex Ferguson out of all the managers.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I don't want to look back, because I feel like in times of desperate measures, we always like to do a lot of revisionism, which is cool. But at the same time, like, this manager should have been the one that should have succeeded, man. When you look at his philosophy, the what he's come through, his CV, his actual coaching, you know, like he's got a good CV at Ajax. But like I said to you, Premier League, he's been naive, he's been very, very stubborn, and he's almost like, you know, he's hung himself to dry, man. Because at the end of the day, right now, we're seeing football that is just absolutely, you know, I don't get it. I really don't get what his football is, you know. I don't get what his football is, and it's not looking good, man. Right now, it's very peak.
The auntie online's breaking him down properly, Saeed. Now I got that.
Wait, what she said now? Shall we?
We need to find that.
Has she said anything? Has she said anything, auntie?
What, my cousin?
Is that your cousin?
Nah, it's not. I don't know why everyone's calling her auntie, bro. She ain't old. She's like the same age as us.
Yeah, that's.
But she was ripping into Ten Hag.
You got to say you're not auntie.
She was
the sister.
Yeah, sister. Let's call her sister.
The sister.
Yeah,
she knows. And
she been ripping into him.
I got it translated. She was moving proper.
Yeah, 100%, man. I might get her on the channel. I can't lie to you. I might get her on the channel.
You need to get her on, because
you know what I mean. Minna, you have to jump on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you need a translator. That's what you need.
No, are you mad? Come on, don't mess around with someone.
You got to translate for the audience, bro.
Oh, for the audience,
You got to translate for the audience.
That.
And I mean, trust me, I need a translator.
I'll translate for you.
No cut.
I got you.
I need a translator. Listen, I understand every third word.
It's all good.
All I can hear is saying Ninka ten Hag.
She said Ninka Badarkalet. That's so rude.
That is so rude.
He said the guy with the bold ass head.
Nah, she's taking the mick out of him. I can't lie to you. Big up Stuart, neutral in NYC. Big up, man. Say Ruud was manager. Would he have played winning tactics or made adjustments to keep Casemiro mainly from being stripped? Could Ruud motivate Rashford and position Onana? That's what I'm saying, guys.
My thing is this side, like, see, when we're talking about getting a new manager, we're not winning the league. I would have been happy with flipping Fulham 3-1, Brighton 3-1, and losing to Liverpool. I would have said, all right, cool, let's get the next team on, because we just might not be as good as the top 2, top 3, but we need to be beating the rest. That's my thing. I can't be struggling against, like, I can't be scared of Crystal Palace. Everyone's going to start telling me how good their team is and how no, they got all these youngsters coming through. It's Palace. Nah, guys, you got to respect Palace. Ah, shut up, man.
Musa, let me say something to you now. Matete's R9 settings.
Ah,
bro,
I got time for this.
Saeed, what's that game to watch along? What time Southampton kick off? Next couple of weeks time.
12:30 kickoff, man. Saturday.
12:30 kickoff.
I'll be there.
Oh my god! That means, guys, we're losing. We're losing tomorrow. That guys confirmed. Man United are losing that game. Nuruddin is coming to this house.
Yo,
watch along. We are Nuruddin. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this?
What's Nuruddin's record for
It's
watch along?
0-0-0-3. 0-3.
003.
So you're talking
No, 0-3. Yo, watch out. We don't need it.
No, listen. I'm not
need-
gonna lie to you. Listen. Saeed might be doing that watch along from a bunker somewhere hidden, right? Somewhere hidden in the country. Yeah. Oh, I'll be there knocking on a door. But I'll
You
tell
guys-
Saeed,
you
Manchester
guys are
United
getting
have only won five of their last 17 Premier League games, bro, this year. So make it make sense, yeah.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you two are together.
Is that Nuruddin? Have I watched 17 games with you
Yeah,
when they've only won 5 games? No, it isn't. Stop this capping, people. I'm there. I'll be there, sitting next to you.
When we lose, you're not
No,
gonna be there.
I told you so.
And I will be locking that door. You know what I'm saying to you? Two-shot defense structure with a rude attacking coach. Big up terms, man. Big up gang. Bring me Tuchel now. Top says, I think Eric Ten Hag has realized he doesn't have control of the players coming in or leaving, and maybe he wants to get fired, so it will be Rude or McKenna. And I haven't seen Sancho smiling in a long time. Come on, you Blues. And big up Young Metro. I don't know if you want to say something there, Young Metro, but big up to you regardless.
Big up Sancho, man. He looked comfortable there, you know. I'm not gonna
lie.
But right next to the owner, you know. Man sat with the owner, you know.
He's on ends. He's on ends. He's
Nuruddin doing 007. I'm telling you, Nuruddin. Are you sure?
Yo, I am 007.
I don't know, man. But you know what, Minot, 2 weeks, just as we wrap this up, and guys, we need 1,000 likes. We still not got 1,000 likes. Get them likes up to 1,000.
How many likes we got on the video side? How many likes on the video? Have we done a poll?
We have got, I think we got 750 or something like that, you know.
Nah, that's a disgrace. You're all like acting like Eric Ten Hag, mate. You are a disgrace.
That's what I'm saying.
We haven't even got 1,000 likes.
1,000
likes. I still lost my voice. I'm talking. I lost my voice singing against the Scousers yesterday because I wasn't even watching the game after it was 3-0. By the way, and you know what? Mo Salah and that came out at the end of the game and said, "I couldn't believe it was that easy. It could have been 5 or 6."
Mohamed Salah was walking around Old Trafford, guys, like he was in a hammam in Egypt. He had no shoes on, no socks. Like he owns the place.
Liberties.
Hammam setters. That's
backyard.
It's so mean. That is so mean.
Wow.
Backyard.
And by the way, he's playing for a new contract, innit? It shows it, innit? The biggest
his
game
last
of the
season. I'm sorry to this his last season at the club.
Yeah, the biggest game of the season, innit? And he comes and does an interview with guys like, the club have not spoken to me. So I think it's my last season. I'm just gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
I hope it is, but I can't wait, but because he's
then you know the amount of agents that grab their phone and the amount of clubs that were texting.
Guys, what's City gonna do to us? I hear Haaland's out there doing hat tricks.
He's got more goals. He's got more goals than United.
No, don't do that.
He's
got more goals than who?
Than United have this season so far. He's got 7 goals, bro. The guy's
I thought he said since he started his whole
I don't know. In 100 something games, he's got more goals than Manchester United. Yes, he has.
I think he's got something like
he has that.
How many Prem goals? I swear he's got something like
goals in 100 something games.
He's got like 70 something goals in like 70 Prem games.
Yeah, in 70 Prem games.
Yeah,
70, 69.
Yeah, he's got more goals than Manchester United.
How many goals did we score last season? And how many goals did he score?
57 last season. 58 the season before that.
See? We're in trouble.
Yeah, so he scored literally like, 70. Yeah, it's mad. But even that stat, though, that's even bad though as well. The fact that we scored just over 100, he's got 70 on his own.
Listen, the funniest stat I saw was that Casemiro's got more Champions Leagues than the whole of Manchester together.
And you know what? Big up to Casemiro's wife, mate. You know what I mean? Because that's the sort of
you know what? She's shameless as well. She invented trophies.
Bro, she's protecting her man.
She got that of AI, mate. That was
she's definitely seen the abuse, man. She's definitely seen the abuse, man. Yeah. She's like Thiago Silva's wife. Remember Thiago Silva's wife?
Yeah.
She did the same, man.
Mate. Listen,
Ride or
this
die,
look-
man.
You know what?
Ride or
This
die,
looks like
man.
Casemiro when my grandchildren are dancing on the Copacabana, like Nuruddin told the fan base, and we're not leaving. We're not going anywhere.
We're not leaving.
Show
We're
them
not
the
leaving.
AI generated trophies. AI generated, you know. AI.
Yeah,
I
it's
see
crazy.
my man have a run out as well. Ericsson, what was going on with that? I see Ericsson have a run out.
Bro, I don't even know, man. I
By
don't
that
know.
time, I wasn't even watching the game, Musa. I don't even know who we came up for.
Listen, we're
By
gonna
that
wrap up
time, do you
here.
think that? By that time, do you think we were out? I don't think anybody. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah? I got my seat. Yeah, I'm on the lower east stand. Yeah, I swear to God, the first I was ending, I was just. Saeed is just right up there, and I can spot him in it. Miles. Yeah, among the thousands, I spot Saeed's body language. Saeed's just like this on his phone, you know, like touching his cat.
Bro, but have we ever had a week?
I do, you know, hand to the chin. Look, I'm just like, watching Saeed. So I'm looking at his mannerisms here, just him going through the motions. He's doing that with his cat, touching his face like that. It's weird. Looking at his phone, like texting, like or FaceTiming with somebody. I don't know what he was doing.
I was on Instagram Live. I was on Instagram Live.
Yeah. And I was like that. I'm like that, jumping up and down, waving, and I'm sending him messages. And then I'm like, Saeed, look down. And then he's just like that. And then everybody pick up, what's her name? I forgot her name.
Leslie.
Leslie and her daughter. Was that Leslie and her daughter or
daughter?
Both of them started waving to me. Big up Leslie. How was Leslie, Saeed? That's what you need to tell me. How did she take it?
She might go on holiday again, she said so. You know what I mean? She's just gonna chill.
Might get on the cruise ship.
She's gonna go on another cruise ship, man. So
I'm with you now.
it is what it is.
Saeed, ask her, can I come and sit next to you, please? Tell her to sort me out the ticket so I can just come and sit next to you. If she's doing that, tell her. Tell her she needs to give me.
Well, I won't be there Europa League, so if anyone wants my Europa League tickets, let me know.
We're finished. Man United.
Saeed, you bought Europa League this season?
I didn't buy it. But I could get one, but I didn't buy it.
We're finished, guys, man. We got the worst squad I've seen in years. I think about Man United when we line up in a tunnel. Like, who do we have in a tunnel to like scare the opposition?
No, it's not on the. I swear to God, it's not even about that anymore. Anybody now? Look. Even Brentford. You telling me Brentford and Brighton have got better players than Manchester United?
No, but just tell me in the tunnel, Noradine. Tell me that when you line up against
but Musa, like you said,
when you look at Man City and you look over there, you see flipping, you see ballers, like you see Haaland. You see,
but Musa, you're contradicting yourself. We're not going for titles. The thing has been for the past 12 years, 13 years now.
Even then, those Nordic, just go 2 seasons back. You'd have stood over there. You'd have saw Pogba, Ronaldo, Sancho. You'd have like, like this is special over there. Now,
bro,
you're looking over there. Who do we have? Who we got in the
You know all I'm looking for.
We've got Marcus Rashford, mate.
Marcus
born
Rashford,
and bred.
mate. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Withenshaw,
he plays to fight. Get out of here, man. Listen, man. We need to wrap up. No, we need to wrap up. We need to wrap up.
For final word, right? We just need a coach that coaches on the training ground. Then on the match day, just accountability on the players, especially positioning. But all the Erik ten Hag in us, the letter writers, more pain to be felt. Strapping.
I'm gonna find out all the people, but we need to find out who they are, man. These guys are signed a petition.
Saeed, I was getting text messages from them when I was cycling back from the game. I said to them, listen, I need to concentrate on the road. I'm not replying to you lot. I left the voice message quickly at the traffic light, said, I'm not replying to you all, but get another letter drafted right now. Get another drafted. But the only thing I was saying to you, I would love to be a fly on the wall this morning with a Wilcox, Ashworth, Omar, Dodgy Dave, Blanc, all around Carrington, having a meeting with Mr. Scattergun football, basketball football. I would have loved to have known what that conversation would have been. But peace, people, subscribe to the channel. Shameless, shame on all of you for not liking 1,000 likes. Shame on you all. You're act like Erik ten Hagers. That's what you are. Absolute type. You know how we can't make chances? You're like that on the flipping YouTube likes. I swear to God, it costs you absolutely nothing. And you don't want to do it. Shameless, Glazers. That's what you are. Glazers and ten Hagers.
United Real Therapy, people. Make sure you follow him. We'll be live on this channel Wednesday. So tune in there. Big up Minna as well. Hope you you did a show just before as well. You got a video that's out as well. So big up to Minna. Make sure you follow Minna. Get her to 10K, man. Minna deserves 10K.
Come on, man. Get me there, man. Get me there.
Get Minna to 10K. Come on, people, man.
Nah, Minna needs a 20K, mate. Minna.
Yeah. More.
Keep what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing, sis. And if you can catch me, just send me the link. Sometimes you might catch me. Right. Lots of love. Mr. Concox.
What's going on?
Mr. All roads lead to the dugout.
Listen, we're here just grafted, mate. I'm meant to be going LA this weekend for some work with Reso, but I don't think I'm going, man. I can't be.
Bro, go, man. Go enjoy yourself, man.
Nah, I'm meant to be doing some presentation on the
Come on, LA's nice, man. LA's nice, man.
Go 4 days. I just can't be asked.
Musa, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather you try to climb the Hollywood Hills than Saeed.
No, I'm not involved.
Denied me. Saeed got denied me.
Yo, denied access, mate.
Saeed denied. I've been everywhere. I've been Palestine.
As soon as they see Musa revert to Islam, they're gonna be like, "Yo, get your ass back to the UK."
They're gonna be like, "Come over here. Let's have a look at that page."
Musa, what's your fair name, man? They will be calling you out.
I'm Ugandan. They're going to be onto me.
That's the reality,
my passport's got my English name before I reverted.
That's it, man. That's it.
I always get Sly through, but you know me.
Yeah. Keep that English name, man. Keep that English name.
Yo, Musa takes stuff there. You know, takes everything off.
Everything goes off. I get the cap going.
Yeah.
You know it. I only done that when I went to Palestine. I had to go for Israel, and we went as a group. And then when I got there, I showed them my name, and they let me through, and they held everyone else back. And I was just like,
wow, waving.
I was there for about 6 hours on my own. They got held up in the airport for like 6 hours, interrogated.
But listen, man, people, make sure you follow everyone's channels. Yeah, links in the description. We're gonna redirect to Faz. I think Faz is live right now, so make sure you go Faz's channel and hail him up, man. He's been out there.
I'm getting ready to go watch you and KG now.
There you
Boxing match.
There you go.
I'm locked.
Saeed and KG, what they going at it?
Yeah, man,
you know, they're about to rock it out. They're gonna rock it out.
They're going live now, yeah.
No, Saeed, I'm not gonna lie to you. KG's not gonna rebut on you because KG was deflated yesterday, bro.
He was.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, mate. He's still getting it. Yeah, KG's gonna get it, man. KG's
Tell him
I'm
on to him, Saeed. Let him know I'm on to him. I will rush him. I'm ready to rush him if we have to.
Yeah. Guys, head over to Faz, Planet Faz, man. Go support his channel, man. Try to get to 25K, man. We're out.